Hi, welcome back, beautiful, beloved souls. My name is Gem Stone, and I'm a psychic medium, and I'm also an author. And on this channel, you'll find commentaries and virtually, having trouble speaking here, virtually looking at life through the lens with Gem. So this commentary is called Demonic Possession, Ancient Languages, and the Human Mind's Hidden Rooms. Most cultures have a possession story baked into their mythology. It's like humanity keeps a shared drawer labeled things we can't explain but scare us, and occasionally rummages through that drawer. Now, I've already covered on this channel demonic possession, but isn't it fascinating? I'm fascinated by it. I'm drawn to horror. So, as a psychic medium, I already understand how experiences can blur across emotional, psychological, spiritual, and symbolic lines. Possession narratives sit right at that crossroads. Let's unravel the threads one by one. Part 1. Why people do bizarre things during alleged possession. When the human brain is under extreme stress, terror, trauma, or intense belief system, it can shift into altered states. These states are not gentle. They throw open the basement doors of the psyche. And once those doors open, 3 things happen. 1. People disassociate. Adrenaline spikes. Neurological gating loosens. This combination can make someone speak with unnatural strength, move rigidly, feel pain differently, contort in ways they normally couldn't, experience hallucinations. This isn't faking. It's the brain using emergency settings. 2. Suppressed material services. Memories, ancestral fragments, buried trauma, childhood sound patterns, and culturally absorbed demonic scripts all bubble upwards. Humans don't store languages in crude word lists. We store sound pieces, rhythm patterns, ancient fragments absorbed across life. They can emerge in altered states in surprising ways. 3. The person enters a role, sometimes consciously, often not. If someone is told repeatedly, "You're possessed," there's something evil inside you, you're spiritually dangerous, then their psyche may step into that costume automatically, especially if they're frightened, vulnerable, or religiously conditioned. Think of this like hypnosis amplified by terror. Part 2. The ancient language phenomenon. This one fascinates researchers. People in trance states sometimes speak archaic sounding phrases, sometimes mimic foreign syntax, sometimes produce guttural or rhythmic patterns. I channeled an intriguing idea that people who do this have access to ancestral DNA. Modern neuroscience calls this genetic memory traces or epigenetic Let me repeat that, please. Epigenetic echoes. The idea is that some prelinguistic sound structures are in the body, not in the conscious mind. You'll think I'm possessed soon, having trouble speaking. So when the rational brain steps aside, those deep structures can surface, not fluent language, more like linguistic fossils rising from the mud. And this also fascinates me. I want to compare speaking in tongues. So part 3. So what about speaking in tongues? Here's the twist. Now I'm going to have trouble pronouncing this. Let me give it a go. Glossolalia. That sounded like tongues, didn't it? Glossolalia. Spelt Glossollalia. And that's the charismatic speaking in tongues. And it's rhythmic, nonsical or semi-patterned, emotionally ecstatic, socially reinforced, voluntary or semi-voluntary. Now, possession-related vocal changes are harsh, forced, often lower-pitched, emotionally fearful or angry, arise in extreme stress, and they're often dissociative rather than ecstatic. The difference lies in the emotional engine powering it. Tongues. People feel uplifted, connected, released. Possession state languages. People feel overwhelmed, threatened, out of control. Are either entities speaking? Science says no, but spiritual tradition says yes. My own channeling suggests something in between, the unlocked archive of human survival coding. Part 4. Famous cases, what's real and what's exaggerated. Peter, the classic boy case, likely a combination of religious fear, undiagnosed epilepsy, disassociation, suggestion. People forget that 1940s priests were documenting through a dramatic lens. Jesuit monks speaking demonic languages. Often they were describing what we now call psychosis, trauma state, or severe spiritual panic. The 1960s woman who growled and had deep voices. Many such cases track into temporal lobe epilepsy, PTSD, dissociative identity responses, possession belief panic loops. Her vocalizations can be explained by false vocal cord engagement, something anyone can technically do under extreme emotional activation. Knowing secrets about priests. Now, in a lot of, when you watch possession cases, they seem to know things about the priests. This is where people think, aha, proof. But there are explanations. It could be a cold reading under stress. It could be inference from body language. So they've inferred something from the body language. Subconscious pattern detection could be confirmation bias, or priests unintentionally revealing details, which later exaggeration by witnesses. People remember the uncanny hits and forget the many misses. Part 5. Why do some people really seem possessed? 3 big factors weave together. A. The power of narrative. If you're told you're cursed or evil, your brain will eventually paint itself in those colors. B. The body in crisis. Trauma, grief, or existential threat can cause the psyche to fracture temporarily. C. Religious or cultural scripts. Every culture has an internalized possession script. When someone hits psychological breaking point, they unconsciously follow that script. Once the script starts, everyone around them begins reinforcing it. Part 6. So, is possession real? Here's the clearest way to say it. Something real is happening during possession. It may or it just may not be supernatural. But supernatural is just a word for unseen layers, unexplored neurological capacities, ancestral echoes, symbolic survival behaviors, disassociative architecture, spiritual projection, or cultural storytelling. My channeling interpretations adds a spiritual dimension that honestly fits beautifully with modern psychology. People don't get possessed by demons. They get possessed by the unsaid, by trauma, by belief, by ancestral shadow patterns, by roles they were forced into. And when the pressure gets high enough, their mind speaks in the oldest language it has. I want to ask you, beautiful souls, do you think possession is real? My channeling says not. Remember, your soul is sovereign. You cannot give your soul away. But I would love to read your thoughts on possession. And as I said before, on this channel, I have attempted videos at possession before. It's a fascinating topic, and I'm fascinated by it. I really believe personally that this is from a psychic medium and from a person who's seen trauma, drug addiction themselves, and knows spiritual ideology. I believe it's a bit of misdiagnosed mental illness, misdiagnosed trauma, and I believe that the person gets broken by a label. And you know that this label is that they're evil, and they already know spiritual ideology, so that they then become that role. If you keep telling someone and labeling someone long enough, the brain starts to accept that label. And I believe my channeling has shown that we have ancestral DNA memories to the languages we've been. Plus, if you throw in the belief that in reincarnation, think of all the different lives we've lived and all the different languages we've spoken. And that's When a body is broken, when a psyche is broken, supernatural strength can come with it. For how many times has a mother seen a child just about to be crushed by a car and managed to uplift because it's a rush of adrenaline survival mode? But I would love to know your thoughts, please. And again, thank you, beloveds, for being here. Thank you for making this channel. Please, if you're going to drop comments, do it respectfully. And remember, this is not a religious channel, so I don't want any religious, biased, prejudiced type of comments. Please be kind to each other and to yourselves. Love, light, and blessings. My name again is Jem.